Now, what we should do here, since the next one coming up is Spectre Tenebria, let's go ahead and just grab Tenebria first, like we've done with the rest of them.
Yeah.
So the next one is Tenebria.
Tenebria, one of the Wraiths.
She's an acolyte.
Or an acolyte, yeah.
When they tried to defy me.
I think she still is a Wraith, but she's in the acolyte tier.
Yeah. Her whole deal is illusions.
The illusion master. Having to deal with her in the Guilty Gear crossover was a pain in the ass.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was.
So cute.
Even just narrative.
Let us meet again.
That was a pain in the ass.
Honestly, just dealing with her is a pain in the ass, just in general.
Her existence is a pain.
She also shows up in the fucking Nick Seed's Sanctum Labyrinth, which I haven't gone through yet.
I just unlocked that the other day.
Yeah, Tenebria shows up,
Know
being a
your
pain in the
place.
ass like always.
Thanks for the heads up.
I don't know what the fuck she's doing there. She's doing
I'm
something.
bored.
She, in the main story, she tried to take out
That's
Rengar,
right.
right?
I take out Ezra,
All into
Rengar.
my
He's going around just all over the
Well,
place.
it was mainly Rengar. We had to fight with her.
Yeah, the
and
first
she
time.
she had the magic where it was like she was gonna call down the moon and slam it into the fucking earth. But then you had Yuna's guardian stop time and reverse it or
If
something.
you replay that, if you get her down to a quarter, she does that, and then, you know, I was going through just for the new feature they added, the quests. I was going to do that, and so I was just fucking storming the place with my team of, 50 and higher heroes. And she still, like, took 3/4 off. It has to be a fixed amount. That was fucking stupid. Fuck you, Tenebria.
Yep. She's a mage, fire mage. Her S3 is it's pretty strong. AoE. She slams the moon down into the opposing team. It can lower defense by 2 turns. AoE.
Can induce rage. IRL.
Yep. I was absolutely destroyed by a team with Tenebria and Bologna combo.
Oh, God.
That was fucking terrible because it was Bologna's AoE defense down into Tenebria's AoE, which just one-shot my team.
Was that before the Dizzy meta?
No, that was during this meta.
That was during this meta?
That was during this meta. I think Dizzy was on the team too.
Christ.
So it was just AoE after AoE after AoE. Tenebria has her normal form has a certain
charm
to it. She's like an enchantress.
Yeah. Granted, it's not like super aesthetic like most of A tier and above.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting is in the Guilty
But it's simple.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it too. Also, I like the pink hair.
Yeah, pink hair's nice.
What's interesting is in the Guilty Gear side story she did, so like, Chiron's all about, destroying the world.
He just comes and fucks you up.
But Tenebria admitted during that side story that she actually was no longer interested in that. She's no longer interested in destroying the world anymore. She'd rather it just stick around where she can mess around with people with her illusions. She thinks that's way more fun.
I don't blame her.
Psychopath, the character.
Yes.
Fucking very cool though, I think.
Yeah, interesting. I'm thinking somewhere between B and A for Tenebria.
I'll put normal Tenebria in A. I'll put Spectre Tenebria
Which
in
is,
B.
as far as I can tell, exactly the same.
I think they are. I think they're exactly.
I
the
think
same.
they're just different world Tenebria,
Yeah.
like previous world.
Yeah. I prefer the normal appearance over the Spectre.
Alright, so up next, Tamarin.
Tamarin. Interesting one.
She showed up one day in Rengar in the
close your eyes.
Tamarin side story.
Yeah, I think she's from Earth, right?
I don't know if she's from Earth.
I think I'm going to
I can't
faint.
remember, to be fair with you.
I want to say she was. I want to say she was an idol from Earth that showed up in Rengar, similar to how Yuna did, but she lost all her memories, so she doesn't like That's why it takes her a while to fire up into her pop star mode, because she doesn't really remember
I'll do my
that
best.
she was one back on Earth. I think that was what was happening.
Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sing.
What do I look like? Smart?
I don't know, man.
All I know is she's a very interesting concept of character.
Yeah.
I enjoy both of her aesthetics, pre and post transformation.
Yeah.
I probably favor pre-transformation a little more.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So like it takes her a while to build up to her pop star mode. It's like she has to build up her confidence before she can fully transform.
One thing I really enjoy is she has 2 entirely different movesets.
Yeah, she does.
For that.
The pre-transformation is more of the healer, and then post-transformation, she's got buffs.
And a lot of AoE.
Yeah.
Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it looks cool at least.
Yeah. I didn't roll her.
Me either.
I don't think.
But I have been seeing her more commonly. Since they removed her from limited, so now she's on the regular roll list.
I didn't know that.
So I've been seeing her a lot more lately.
Okay. So where would you place her?
Just based on the fact that she's not as fleshed out as some other side story characters.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to go with B. She's an interesting character, but a lot of her stuff just doesn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
But as a conceptual character, she's very good.
Yeah.
Notice how most of these, they're all clustered above average.
Well, yeah. Well,
we haven't gotten to the average yet.
Keep in mind, I mean, a lot of these are like 5-star. All of these have been 5-star so far. So, I mean, like,
yeah, I didn't notice until you said it.
It wouldn't make sense. Okay, it would not make sense to have 5-star heroes be perceived as below average. That just wouldn't benefit the game in any way. Like, you have to get people spending money on these fucking characters, man. So they've got to look good. They've got to have good personalities. They've got to have, somewhat of a decent story. So, they're generally, like, the higher tier characters will probably be above average.
Until we get down to the Banshees.
Alright, so next we've got Yufine. I don't know a damn thing.
Fine.
I don't know a damn thing about Yufine.
I know she's a dragon.
He is a dragon, like Luna.
I know she has a very good aesthetic.
Yeah, she's got 2, similar to Luna. She has 2 plots. They're quite large and expansive.
Easily foreshadowable.
Yeah. She's got the giant, like, saw, the transforming or extending saw sword or something. Her 2 is a dragon shout.
Alright, so
it's kind of cute looking.
She instantly goes to B for ripping off Skyrim.
Yeah, I just don't know much about her.
She's a very aesthetically pleasing character, but until she gets a side story, the dragons get a side story, she's gonna have to be B.
Yeah.
Alright, so up next.
Yuna.
So
Yuna is from Earth, from Korea to be exact.
Okay, where do I start?
The game itself runs off of the Yuna engine.
Yeah, instant points.
I assume
points.
Named after the character Yuna, who comes from South Korea. It's a Korean game.
Let's go,
She's a robotics expert.
Yep.
Even though she's not from this world, she's also literally the leader of the entire nation of Rengar.
Yeah, which
is a giant high school.
Yeah, the city or nation of Rengar is a giant high school of.
Well, to be fair, I think it's also a university.
I think they're mostly mages.
Yeah. Yuna is a ranger.
Yeah.
So there's also that.
Yeah. She's the student council president, which makes her leader.
She's launched satellites into fucking space.
Yeah. She also has a guardian.
Who's a bit of a passive-aggressive bitch.
He kind of reminds me of fucking...
It looks like Envy from fucking, they called Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, he also kind of reminds me of like he's got that like edgy feel of, if anyone remembers Bleach, the final Getsuga Tensho form, he's kind of got that appearance to him. He can freeze time. He's the only humanoid guardian.
Yeah. Except for the giant robot.
That is true.
Which somehow is a guardian.
Yeah.
Other than that, Yuna takes a very, very important part of the main story.
Yeah.
She is now part of Rass's new party, along with Mercedes,
Asaria, and
Asaria,
Ludwig.
And Ludwig. I think.
And Crow.
And Crow, yeah. I was about to say, is there someone else that's not a waifu besides Ludwig?
No. No.
Rass is just a hell of a man.
Yuna also
Shows up in almost every side story.
Yeah, she also made some progress in figuring out how to
Link the world together.
like traverse the Chaos Gates,
Yeah.
but like have controlled travel through the Chaos Gates.
Also, the reason why you could warp in Labyrinth is because she set up a teleporter.
Yeah. She's also the reason the Abyss system exists. She set that up.
I think the
Through a
game
Chaos Gate.
just kind of uses Yuna as a personification of the entire dev team.
Yeah. So I guess that automatically makes her triple S tier, right?
Yeah. She is the dev team. She is the game.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the Yuna engine, like we said already.
yeah.
Alright, up next is
Acades.
regular Acades.
Regular Acades, 4-star hero, Fire, Soulweaver.
Actually a very good healer.
For the goddess.
She has a cleanse as well,
Yeah, she does.
which is very useful.
And she can cast Invincible for 1 turn as well.
Yeah.
I won't lose.
She's actually really useful as a 4-star.
As far as story goes, there's not too much. I think
For the goddess.
I think
it's a good
she's
coincidence we have
actually
Angelica here. So
Angelica's direct subordinate.
yeah, and I think Angelica intends to have Acades be her successor as well.
Interesting.
Whenever they decide to let Angelica step down, I think Angelica wants Acades to fill her spot.
Right, so there's not much we know about Acades in general. I really like her aesthetic. I like the twin tails. She rides on her staff instead of walking,
Yeah,
so she flies on that thing.
she was in the Valentine's Day side story, and she was basically like she was like, other than the MC, other than like us, she was like the other MC of that story, to be honest.
Which means that we were meant to be with Acades.
Basically, yeah. It was during that side story, you're intended to end up with Acades, I think, which is interesting. I mean, from that side story, I like her a lot.
I
After
use her
planning.
occasionally on
Yeah,
my
I have her.
lower level teams.
I have her, yeah. Now, where would I put her on the tier list compared to these others?
I mean, based on the fact, really, if she had some more flesh to her, some more backstory,
Yeah.
the fuck, she would be higher up on the tier list. But I think just because we know so little about her, B tier.
Yeah. Alright. And now we've got Angelica.
Poor man's Destina.
Poor man's Destina. I don't know. In some instances, she might be considered better than Destina, which is crazy. She's only 4-star. Ice. Soul Weaver. High Priestess of
Ezra, the entire thing.
of
Yeah.
Azera.
Oh, it can't
Um,
be helped.
No one knows how old she is.
I think she's at least 50, based on how she talks.
I mean, she was She was around for
The first Archdemon War.
yeah. So when Diane and Basque and all of them defeated the Archdemon, she was there, and she looked exactly the same. 20 years later, she looks exactly the same.
So she's at least 50.
At least 50.
Yeah, she's got to be at least 50 because she was already a ranking member during the first Archdemon War.
Yeah, I imagine she's older than that, dude.
Maybe 65. She's at retirement age.
Dude,
I mean, think about all the pure healing magic that's pumping through her body.
I'm thinking she could be in the triple digits, dude. I mean, she's got very powerful healing. I'm thinking that is keeping her youth intact.
Yeah, I could go with that.
Who knows, dude? Who knows? Because like, there's no mention of a previous high priestess of the Order of the Blue Cross.
Right.
Angelica's just always been there.
Always was and always will.
So, she's very laid back of a character.
She is.
And I think that's due to her older age. I think that's
Do that, yeah.
Yeah. She's sort of just become laid back, just kind of goes with the flow. Wants to retire, but can't.
That's one of her things she says.
Yeah.
I want to retire already. As soon as her turn comes up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's also why she's so fucking slow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she is a very slow hero. Very
also,
slow.
Her walking animation, she skips.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting. Is she really that old?
Yeah, I mean, her lack of speed says she's old, but then, she's skipping around as if she's really agile on her feet, so what's going on here?
Maybe she's actually like 30 years old. And she's just lazy.
Could be. Could be.
Theory crafting.
Could be. Where do we put her?
I mean, I really like the character.
As far as gameplay, she's top fucking tier. But on this tier list, where is she?
I'd say somewhere between S and A. Very interesting, compelling backstory. A lot of people can relate.
A lot of mystery behind it. Because, she was there in the main story the entire time. Helping Ras out.
Going A tier, alright. Good.
Next we've got,
Armin.
Reminds me, every time I think of Armin, I think of fucking Armin from Attack on Titan.
Except this Armin's not a little bitch.
Yeah. So Armin works for a mercenary.
Shall we play?
Or she is a mercenary.
Or is it the Longtail Company?
Initiating defense.
I can't remember.
I think it's Longtail.
It's probably Longtail. Sid is Wild Dog, right?
Yeah.
Sid and Dingo. They're Wild Dog Company. So I think she's Longtail. Other than that, not much on her. She's got the big shield going on, sort of like she's the shield hero kind of thing.
I know she has a horrific addiction to buying earrings.
Yeah, she's in constant need of work because she spends all her money.
That should put her down to C tier.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Look, if she's always buying earrings, why is she only ever wearing the one pair?
Yeah. Alright, so next we've got Coil and Assassin Coil.
I think your name's Coley?
Or Coley? I don't know.
It's called a coil?
I thought it was fucking Coil.
Alright, so it's Coil.
Shall we warm up?
Coley.
Coil
It's Coley. I don't know why I was saying Coil.
Is it my turn already?
I can't really remember what the story behind Coley is. I know there's a small
Would you like to give it a
connection with Charlotte. I think Charlotte allowed Coley to help some people establish a settlement in the swamp, which Charlotte has, which is like Charlotte's
Would you
domain.
like to give it a try?
Yeah, Lamar.
And so like they sort of have a good relationship, I guess.
I don't know. I have Coley. I've literally never used her.
Yeah, I ever too. I've never used her.
Her aesthetic to me doesn't really stand out. It's not that great.
Yeah, it's kind of
she's honestly one of the more forgettable 4-star heroes to me.
Yeah.
Especially among the female species.
Yeah.
How annoying.
Let's put her in D.
D tier.
Assassin Coley.
I like the aesthetic a lot better.
Got that nice pink hair. I don't know what the story is with Assassin Coley. I don't know if she was like Assassin Coley beforehand or if she's like post Assassin Coley, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the deal with that is. But she's an assassin now.
I mean, like, fuck, I don't know.
She's got pink hair, she looks better. C tier.